All right, switching gears now. Former Vice President Mike Pence will not be facing charges in the discovery of classified documents at his Indiana home. The Department of Justice notified Pence's attorneys last night that it is closing its investigation into the matter without criminal action. The DOJ had launched a probe after Pence ordered a search of his Indiana home in January. Aides found about a dozen classified papers. The good news for Pence comes as a special investigator is still looking into former President Donald Trump and the trove of top-secret documents discovered at his Mar-a-Lago estate in August. Another inspector is also still investigating President Biden over documents found in his residence. Now, there are reports today that federal prosecutors issued yet another subpoena to former President Trump, asking for any documents relating to Iran, maps, and invasion plans. The subpoena comes after prosecutors obtained an audio recording of Trump acknowledging he held onto a classified Pentagon document about a potential attack on Iran. This undercuts Trump's claim that he declassified everything. The former president reacted today to the news about Pence, posting on Truth Social, "That's great, but when am I going to be fully exonerated? I'm at least as innocent as he is." Joining us now to talk more about all of this, the man who's laughing, former acting chief of staff to President Donald Trump, and NewsNation contributor Mick Mulvaney. Your reaction to the fact that another subpoena, first of all, your reaction to the statement from President Trump, because I know that has you laughing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Elizabeth, that I'm hearing that for the first time to have you read it. And it makes me laugh in a sad kind of way. Keep in mind that taking the documents is by itself not that big a deal. It can happen to anybody. It apparently does happen to a lot of folks. When you are the president, when you're the vice president, your home is a secure location. So having documents there while you are in office is not that big a deal. It's not giving them back when you know that you have them, or it's hiding them after you know that you have them. For Donald Trump to say he's more innocent than Michael Pence is like saying that I'm taller than most NBA players. It's simply not true. It's provably false. So, look, I'm glad to see that Mike did it the way you're supposed to do it, which is go look for the documents, ask his staff to look for the documents, found the documents, called law enforcement and said, what do you want me to do with it? That is the right and proper way to go about it. Trump did everything the opposite way, which is essentially, we think, hid documents, said he didn't have any documents when he knew that he did. Now there's tape recordings out. The tape recordings, I understand, came from a book that Mark Meadows is writing, and they got a hold of those during the investigation. So, no, I think Donald Trump's in a lot of trouble here. And it's his own fault. If he had done the same thing that Mike Pence did or that Joe Biden did, he'd probably be out of the woods, but he's simply not capable of doing that. And that's why I'm laughing in a sick, sardonic kind of way.
It is important to note that former Vice President Mike Pence and President Trump both immediately said, oh, we found these, here you go, we are so sorry. Former Vice President Pence took full responsibility, apologized, admitted that it was a mistake. But I want to get your reaction to this report that another subpoena was issued to Trump just a couple months ago in March, asking for any documents or maps relating to Iran and the military and possible military action there.
Yeah, apparently this ties to that audio recording where they have a recording of Trump saying, Millie gave me a document about invading Iran. I know it's classified. I've got it, et cetera, et cetera. That's the kind of stuff that gets you in real trouble. You can't. Listen, it's never really the crime in politics, right? Watergate wasn't about the actual cover-up. That's exactly right. And I told the president that a dozen times. It's okay sometimes to admit that you made a mistake. Mike Pence has done that. Joe Biden has done that. Donald Trump is simply not physically capable of admitting that he made a mistake, and it's getting him in deeper and deeper trouble.
And when we look at this recording, his own lawyers, Trump's lawyers, have criticized the DOJ for leaks about this tape, but they have not denied its existence.
Listen, and I think the criticisms of the DOJ are absolutely, that's spot on, and that there's merit to that. In fact, the DOJ, the FBI has behaved so improperly on so many different occasions that it's undermining their own investigation. They have a credibility problem. And the last thing that you want in this country is for law enforcement to have a credibility problem, especially when it comes to politics, because we want to be able to know We need to know that law enforcement is going to shoot straight the same way on Republicans, Democrats, men, women, black, white. They have to be blind to all of that, and they have not been in this particular circumstance. But that doesn't exonerate Donald Trump from anything that he might have done.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.